Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Coliumm back with another Call of Duty video, and today we just got the Black Ops 7 reveal trailer. I'm hoping this trailer is good and Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is good this year so we can actually have 2 games to play, so we can play Black Ops 7 and Battlefield 6. But let's check this trailer out. All right, actual in-game footage, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's get it, boys. Fiend, of course. All right, that looked pretty smooth, I'm not gonna lie. Hostage, she just stuck a grenade to him. Okay, looks like you can stick grenades to your hostages. The graphics look so good. I can't wait for next year's Call of Duty when they actually phase out last-gen consoles. Noob tube. Get noob tube, nerd. Predator missile? Is that what that was? There's the RCXD. Dragon's Breath shotgun, okay. The dog. Look at that dog, chat. What a... You can pet the dog. Oh, Call of Duty's so back. You can pet the dog. Overclock grenade. So that's the little upgrades you can do to your equipment. VTOL. I'm pretty sure the VTOL is in the beta, so we're gonna have to try this out. I can't wait for this map. This map is gonna be sick. Ooh, the millimeter scanner from Black Ops 2. Another kill streak. I think that's like a juggernaut, basically. Overclock gear. This is what I was talking about. It's kind of like the zombies thing where you can upgrade your perks. Bro, this looks fire, I'm not gonna lie. Yo. This looks like the Remington. The Remington shotgun from Black Ops 2. I think that's what it was called. On the future, never on right now. Okay, November 14th. Pre-order now and get early access. October 2nd, I gotta upgrade my BIOS so I can play. What's this? These maps look incredible, chat. I'm not gonna lie. The Swarm is back. Oh my God, that looks sick. Okay, so these are the multiplayer maps we're gonna be getting. We got Scar, Homestead. I'm super excited for Homestead. That one looks so good. Blackheart looks like it's on like an overseas oil rig maybe. Then we got Den, Colossus, Toshin. That sounds like it's in Japan, I think. Flagship, another aircraft carrier maybe. Mission Tide looks like it's at like a castle on the beach. Kind of reminds me of Fortune's Keep. Retrieval looks sick. We got an ice map. That's gonna be dope. It feels like they never have like a variety of like weather in maps anymore because they were all based on Avalon, which is kind of annoying. But we got Paranoia. I'm pretty sure that's the map that takes place in the dream state. So that map should be crazy. Who knows what's going to be going on in there. Then we got the Forge. I think that's the headquarters of the people, the main characters. Exposure, Mission Edge, Cortex, Imprint. And then the final 3 maps are Raid, Express, Hijacked, which we all know. I think the best looking maps here to me are definitely Homestead, Den, Toshin, and Retrieval. Those I'm super excited about. And then of course Raid is gonna look incredible with the reskin on it with the little bonsai trees and stuff. That's gonna look so dope. But along with that, they did release a blog post, and this breaks down everything we should see in multiplayer that the trailer didn't answer. I'm gonna be honest, that trailer didn't really answer many questions. There was a lot of stuff we've seen already. Okay, so first we got Call of Duty Next and Black Ops Beta, which is in like a week or so. So Call of Duty Next is September 30th, and that's when we'll get to see all the content creators play the game. And then the beta is the 2nd, I believe it said. So the first section here is game modes, and we got a new mode called Overload. In Overload, squads clash over one device that must be carried into enemy territory to score. Momentum swings sharply as the device changes hands, making every pickup, player escort, and interception a pivotal moment in all this new 6v6 mode. I can't talk right now. So it looks like you fight over a device and then you have to escort whoever's carrying it to try and score points. To me, it kind of sounds like Capture the Flag, but there's only one flag. flag. So this mode will be available in the beta. So this must be the device you pick up. I think somebody carries it and you try to bring it to your side of the base. That's what I'm getting from that mode. We got some other announced modes. We got team deathmatch, domination, search and destroy, kill confirmed, free for all, hard point, gunfight, kill order. Oh God, they brought back kill order. I hate kill order so much. That game is terrible. Let's leave that one in Black Ops 6. We also have control. So all of those modes we've seen before. And then we got alternate modes. We got face off domination, face off team deathmatch, face off kill order, face off kill confirmed, and skirmish. Oh, skirmish is the big map. So this is basically ground war. And then we have training course. That's also in the beta. So I guess this is if you're just a noob coming into Call of Duty, you can play that to figure out how the game works. We got private matches. Don't care. All right, the maps. Here we go. We already saw all of the maps in that end screen I paused on. And then we got 2 skirmish maps. All right, hopefully we'll be able to see the maps a little bit better. Here's Blackheart. Will be playable at the beta. Yep, it is an offshore drilling platform. Called that. Then we got Cortex also in the beta. It's small sized. Yo, this underground tunnel right here looks pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. This looks like something you would like keep aliens in. Then we got Exposure. This map doesn't really excite me that much. It is gonna be in the beta. It's medium sized. So this map is based in Australia. That would explain the sand color. It looks like, I guess it's on a solar farm. That map looks all right, not the greatest. Then we got Imprint, which is also gonna be in the beta. It's medium sized. This looks like a generic military base. Oh, it's a robotics complex producing drones and battle tanks for the guild. That's what they're called, the Guild. I couldn't remember what they were called. All right, the Forge playable in the beta. We're actually gonna have a lot of maps in the beta, low key. So this is the heart of the research and development for the Guild. What was this, medium sized? Yep, another medium sized map. Now this is one of the maps I'm excited for. Oh my gosh, and it's playable in the beta. Medium sized, okay, it's downtown in a shipping district. Neon lights illuminate the streets at every turn. That's gonna be so sick. I can't wait to play this beta. This map is gonna look incredible, I can already tell. Hopefully it plays well. Then we got Colossus. It's not in the beta, but it's a medium-sized map. This map looks eh. So board the floating Colossus resort. Does that mean you're on a boat in the ocean? Is this a cruise ship? I believe this is a cruise ship or something of the nature. So it looks like you're on a boat out in the ocean. So I guess we have 2 boat maps. We have Colossus and the remaster of Hijack. Then we got Den. This looks actually pretty sick. I like the theme of this map too. Okay, I might actually be excited for this map. Not in the beta, unfortunate. It kind of reminds me of Castle from World War II, the remastered version, I guess. That map was originally in World at War, but the remastered version looked way better. But it's kind of giving me Castle vibes or maybe Ashika Island vibes, so that looks pretty sick. Maybe Ashika Island will come back to Warzone. We have 0 Warzone news. Then we got Flagship, and this is a small-sized map. So this might be a face-off map. Oh no, Core 6v6. Never mind, I'm tripping. It says right there. So this is on the aircraft carrier. Wow, we're gonna be fighting on a lot of boats. Homestead, this map looks sick. Please, no, it's not in the beta. That sucks. I wanted to play this map so bad. Hear me out. This might be one of the best looking maps we've ever got in Call of Duty. So this is David Mason's childhood home. It's over the Northern Lights. That's gonna be so sick. I can't wait to play that map. Then here's Paranoia. It's the one where it's inside David Mason's mind, I'm assuming. So it's in a hospital and it's in your head. Gotcha. That map should be pretty interesting. It looks like the roof is like floating in midair. So this map is definitely going to be super trippy. Then we have Retrieval. This map looks pretty cool. I like the ice cave here. That's going to be a cool point to go to. So a Guild stealth aircraft has crash landed in the remote frozen tundra, leaving a heaping pile of wreckage behind. So this is going to be pretty sick, honestly. Next, we have Scar, which is a medium-sized map. Now this map here, it kind of reminds me of that map from Modern Warfare 2019. I forgot what it's called, but it's giving me Modern Warfare 2019 vibes and then like a Modern Warfare 2 map. There's another Modern Warfare 2 map that sort of looks like this. I'm predicting this map will probably be just another average map. Then we got Express. We've all seen Express. Well, most of us. It's been remastered a few times, so you should know what Express is by now. Then we got Hijacked remastered. It looks pretty much the same as it did in Black Ops 2. And then we got the remastered Raid. This looks absolutely incredible. I cannot wait to play this version of Raid. It looks so aesthetically pleasing. It's gonna be so sick. Then we got Skirmish, a 20v20 map, and Mission Tide. This is the map I said that looks like Fortune's Keep. They should honestly expand this map and make it a resurgence map, kind of like Fortune's Keep. And they should expand that castle map and make it like Ashika Island and add it in with Rebirth Island. Then maybe we could have like 3 rotating resurgence maps. That'd be dope. All right, loadouts and equipment. Here we go. All right, so the loadout screen basically looks like Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 6. So everything looks the same as Black Ops 6. I don't think they changed anything. Prime primary weapons. We know about that. Pistols, yeah. Okay, tacticals. This is where they get into the overclock thing I was talking about, where you can make little upgrades to your gear. So the first one on the list, we have a stun grenade, and overclock 1 is increase the stun duration, and overclock 2 slows enemy movement speed. EMP grenade disables and destroys electronics. Overclock 1 increased distribution radius. Overclock 2 cook for extra EMP bursts. Then we got the flashbang. Wider full flash angles make your flash harder to counter by looking away, and then adds ability to cook for additional detonations. Stim shot quickly heals combat wounds. Then overclock 1 allows you to remove debuffs, so I'm thinking that's like if you were damaged and your vision gets a little bit blurry or something, it'll remove that. Or like when you jump off a building and your movement speed is super slow, it'll remove that. And then the second overclock gives you a speed boost, so that's probably gonna be a pretty popular tactical. The movement demons might be back. Okay, and then this one is new. We have a pinpoint grenade. So this grenade detects enemies within its range. Close enemies are shot with a tracking device which can be removed by victims. Okay, so I'm assuming when this explodes and if one of these tracking devices hits you, you'll pop up on the minimap. The first overclock is an AI chip that increases grenade lifetime and detonation radius. The second overclock is tagged enemies appear on allied minimaps. Okay, so that's an overclock. So what does the main one do then? Maybe it's like an impulse grenade where you can see enemies through walls. Next, we have the sight grenade, which makes you go crazy. Explodes on impact with the ground and releases a lingering cloud of hallucinogenic gas. Overclock 1 increases the duration that enemies are affected by the grenade. Overclock 2, the grenade's released gas deals damage over time. And then additional tacticals. Other tactical loadout items arriving at launch include Hunter Bot, Smoke Grenade, and Decoy Grenade. The only one we don't know about is Hunter Bot. Hunter Bot, a personal defensive device that hovers near and homes in on enemy equipment, field upgrades, and score streaks before exploding on impact. So this doesn't just chase people, it actually explodes like equipment and stuff. All right, now we have the lethals. So first we have the frag, and the first overclock is high density explosive material, improves lethality. Overclock 2, increased throw distance, and you can see the arc of where you're gonna throw it. Then we have the sticky grenade. The first overclock is the same as the frag, and the second one adds ability to cook the fuse. Oh, okay, so when you throw the sticky grenade, when it lands on the surface, you can always hear the boop, 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 boop. So I think when you cook it, you'll hear that, and then you can throw it. So it'll start going off in your hand. Then we have the cluster grenade. The first overclock adds ability to cook it. Additional mini grenade for the second overclock. So that just adds an extra explosion in the cluster. Then we have the combat axe. First overclock, faster raise speed. Second overclock, throw the combat axe farther and faster. Then we have the point turret, a small deployable sentry turret that automatically shoots at enemies, distracting and damaging them. The first overclock increases turret's fire rate. The second overclock, orientation sensors allow turret to deploy on walls and ceilings. I think we saw that in the trailer if I'm not mistaken. I remember seeing a little turret thing on the wall that some dude was shooting. So I don't believe this is lethal. Maybe I could be wrong because that seems kind of overpowered if it is, I'm not gonna lie. Then we have the needle drone, a small flying drone that explodes on impact. We saw that in the campaign trailer, or it was the multiplayer teaser trailer. I can't remember, but it's that little drone that like you throw and then it explodes when it hits a wall or something. Overclock 1, high density explosive material, so just makes it more lethal. Overclock 2 adds the ability to boost the dart while flying in manual mode. I don't think anybody's gonna use that in manual mode. I could be wrong. Maybe in search and destroy, but that's about it. Other lethals included will be C4 and a Molotov. Then we have some field upgrades. We got the assault pack, which just refills your ammo. Overclock, faster charge time, additional score on eliminations. Then we got the drone pod, a deployable device that launches aerial drones. Drones seek out enemies and explode. These are field upgrades, right? Oh, it's that thing you place on the ground. I was thinking of a swarm for some reason. Okay, overclock 1, drones are launched much faster. And overclock 2, leave a minimap icon at each drone's detonation point. Then we have a trophy system. Overclock 1, faster charge time. Overclock 2, +2 explosive charge ammo. Then we have active camo that makes you go invisible. Overclock 1, gunfire reveals you temporarily instead of ending the ability. Overclock 2, increase the duration and faster charge time. Then we have the echo unit, holographic soldier, decoys, tricks enemies, and captures and holds objectives. We saw that in the trailer. First overclock, hologram brightly flashes when enemies come near near, stunning them. And then the second, faster charge time. Squad link, deploy device that boosts score and improves the effectiveness of allied operators and gadgets in range. I feel like most people aren't going to use this. The first overclock expands the coverage. The second overclock increases your teammates' field upgrade charge rates and increased earned score. Additional field upgrades. So we got the Scrambler, Fear Trap, Black Hat, and Mute Field. Fear Trap, a delayed trap which emits a neurotoxic gas cloud causing hallucinations and disorienting victims. So it's basically just a gas grenade trap that we've already had. Then we got the Black Hat, a device that hacks enemies' equipment. We've seen that before. Mute Field, a stealth device that reduces your footstep volume, hides you from enemy minimap, and prevents you from being targeted by enemy score streaks for a limited time. So it's basically like having dead silence and cold-blooded. Okay, now we have the wild cards. We have Gunfighter, Overkill, Perk Greed. Everybody's going to be using Perk Greed. Then additional wild cards, High Roller, Fly Swatter, Tac Expert, Danger Close, and Specialist. Specialist, this replaces your score streaks with 3 additional perks on top of the new ones you normally choose. That's fire. I'm so glad they brought Specialist back. Perks 4, 5, and 6 are earned like low-level score streaks at 200, 400, and 600, earning all remaining eligible perks during a match at 1200 score. That's so fire. All right, here we go. We got perks. So in the first perk slot, we have Gung Ho, Dexterity, Lightweight, Cold-Blooded, Ghost, Ninja, Tech Mask, Flak Jacket, and Shadow. Shadow's undetectable by enemy traps and mines, so perk 1 slot is very important. These are like all of the OP perks. So that kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie that all of the OP perks are in 1 perk slot. Well, I guess they're not really OP, but like all of the good perks are in 1 perk slot. All right, perk 2 slot, we have Scavenger, Assassin, Close Shave. What is that? Automatically use your dedicated melee attack when you perform a weapon butt attack. Okay, so it just pulls out your melee. Hunter's Instinct, killing an enemy marks their direction of the next closest enemy on your minimap. That seems OP. Okay, so maybe not all of the OP perks are in the first perk slot. And we have Vigilance, Blast Link. What is that? Your explosive damage marks an enemy on your minimap. All right. Then we have Engineer, Fast Hands, and Gearhead. In the perk 3 slot, we have Tac Sprinter, which is just Tac Sprint. Bankroll, Bruiser, Looper, which makes you able to loop your score streaks. Vendetta, on respawn, mark your killer's last known position for a short duration. Tracker, Quartermaster, Charge Link. Oh, this is just for faster field upgrades. And then Guardian, faster healing while you're capturing or holding objectives. All right, Combat Specialist. So this is basically how it worked in like Black Ops 6. If you use like 3 red perks, you get a specialist perk. All right, the first one is Scout, red and blue perks. When you get a bullet elimination, stay completely hidden from your enemy minimap for 5 seconds. Additional eliminations during this period reset the timer. So that just removes your red dot on the minimap. Tactician is red and green. And this, when you earn assists, earn bonus score from bullet eliminations for 10 seconds. Then we have the Operative, which is blue and green. Earn your field upgrade from stealth elimination, so from like your suppressed weapon or a knife. All right, then we have Enforcer, all red perks. You get a buff to movement speed and health regen. Blue, which is Recon. On respawn, you see the direction of the closest enemy on the minimap. Edge of the HUD pulses for enemies outside your view. Leave no death or skulls. Recon, which is all blue perks. On respawn, see the direction of the closest enemy on your minimap. Edge of the HUD pulses for enemies outside your view. Leave no death skulls. Then we have Strategist, which is all green perks. Increase the score for objectives on sabotage. Deploy equipment faster. See enemy content through walls for a short period of time. All right, this goes over the weapons and score streaks. Assault rifles. Yeah, we know all that. SMGs. Here's all the weapons in the game. Got the melee weapons. The gunsmith looks exactly the same. The only difference is they now have this little code right here that you can copy and share your weapon build with your friends. We got the firing range returning, score streaks. Here we go. First one, we got the Scout Pulse, radar ping that reveals nearby enemies on the user's minimap. OC, lower score cost, and radar ping shows directional arrows instead of red dots. Then we have the RCXD, and the overclocks are increased resistance to enemy gunfire, and then you see target indicators on occluded enemies in medium range. We got the UAV, lower score cost for overclock 2. Overclock 1 counters the first lock-on missile with a flare, increased bullet resistance. So that should be just a dandy fun time to shoot those down to get our weapon challenges done. Then we got the Skewer. This is like the Predator missile, I guess. The first overclock Skewer targets higher priority enemies when possible. Second, increased velocity. Care package, overclock, reroll care package. Second overclock, lower score cost. I think all the second overclocks are just lower score cost, so we're just gonna skip those. Counter UAV, the first overclock counters the first lock-on missile with a flare, increases bullet resistance. Then we have the LGM. I don't don't know what this is. Launch a continuous bombardment of explosive shells at a targeted area. The first overclock rains down extra projectiles. Second, marks a second target location, reduced payload per zone. Then we have the napalm strike. First overclock reveals enemies longer and displays their movement directions while aiming. Overclock 2, flames burn longer. Then we got the sentry turret. First overclock increases turret rotation for greater coverage. Second, adds ability to control remotely. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Then we have the Hellstorm. This thing was great in Black Ops 2. All right, overclock 1, additional cluster. Second overclock, you can lock onto score streaks with it. We got the hand cannon. First overclock, more ammo. Second overclock, dual hand cannons. That's gonna be fun. This might have been in the trailer. Then we got the Grave Maker. This doesn't seem like a fun score streak. Assemble a portable one-hit kill sniper rifle that can reveal and eliminate targets behind cover. I mean, that's cool, but I feel like most snipers can already do that already. First overclock, larger mag. Second overclock, reduced charge time. Then we got the dog. The dog you can pet. First overclock, adds sentry mode. Second overclock, longer active duration. Then we got the interceptors. I believe these explode like all score streaks and stuff that are up. First overclock, deploy interceptors without detected threats. Second overclock, lower score cost. Then we got the watchdog. We all know what that is. Improved durability against enemy attack. Direct watchdog helo to guard an area. HKDs. Aerial payload delivers wheeled hunter kill drones which seek targets and explode. So it's kind of like dogs, sort of. Maybe a worse version of dogs. When I say dogs, I'm talking about like World at War dogs. Overclock 1, improved durability against enemy attack. Overclock 2, deploy additional GDU drop pods. Then we got the Rhino, which is basically a juggernaut. Overclock 1, reveals nearby enemy location on Rhino's minimap. Enhanced radar length and duration. Overclock 2, extend runtime. Then we got the Beetle. First overclock, adds ability to boost in a direction, breaking enemy rocket lock on. Second overclock, increased durability. We got the Harp, which is basically advanced UAV, deploys flares against oncoming rockets, lower score cost for the overclocks. EMP system, lower score cost, prevent enemies from using score streaks and field upgrades for a long duration, so a duration extender. Then we got the Legion. I believe this is like the Swarm. Yep, it is the Swarm. So the first overclock, additional sensors allow Legion to target hostile score streaks and field upgrades. Second overclock, more drone clusters. All right, here we go. We got some wall jump information. So it doesn't look like you'll be able to jump off of every wall. It looks like there's specific locations you can do it at. Then we have the optional tactical sprint. We already know about that. No tac sprint unless you equip that perk above. We got the grenade body shield, which we saw in the trailer. Meet the operators, JSOC, and the guild. I wish they wouldn't have did this. I hate having factions. I wish we could just play as whoever we want, and nobody can even tell the difference of what faction you're on anymore with all the skins, so I don't know why it matters. Just let me play who I want. Here's a look at all of the characters. Some of them will be in the beta. We got the classic prestige again, so it'll be like Black Ops 6, and I'm sure you'll unlock rewards as you prestige, but here we go. This is where things get interesting. We got weapon prestige. So levels 1 through 50, weapon prestige 1. Levels 1 through 50, weapon prestige 2. Level 250, weapon prestige master. Okay, so entering weapon prestige 1 locks everything again, so you have to unlock all of your attachments. That sucks. In multiplayer, that's cool, but that's like not good for Warzone. I hope that's not a thing in Warzone. Hopefully it just stays unlocked forever. Or maybe this is the year they finally listen and just have everything unlocked for us in Warzone so we don't have to level. I highly doubt it. One could dream though. So at the first prestige, you'll get a unique weapon camo. That's kind of sick. And you'll also unlock new attachments. Weapon prestige 2 gets you another unlock token, a weapon charm, and a weapon camo. Once you hit prestige 2, you can now level your weapon one more time. And for the mastery, you get all of the attachments. They never reset. Once you hit level 250, you get additional XP and some weapon camos. And this gives you a final camo. So it looks like you get a lot of camos if you do the weapon mastery. And these apparently can all be done in multiplayer zombies campaign. Calling card challenges, don't really care. Daily challenge, you can re-roll a daily challenge to make it a new challenge. And we got weekly challenges, so I'm assuming that's just gonna work how it did in Modern Warfare 3. You'll be able to unlock attachments, weapon camos, and things like that. So this is how weapon camos are gonna work if you guys are interested in unlocking the mastery camo. So there's 9 military camos, 3 special camos, 4 mastery camos. So the first challenge, it looks like we're going with headshots again, and you have to get 80 headshots, and it looks like it goes 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So that should be pretty simple. Kind of mind-numbing, but I guess it's simple. Military camos. Instead of requiring headshots, one-shot. Shotguns will now require point-blank kills, and sniper rifles will require one-shot kills to progress. I'm not a fan of point-blank kills because the range they set that at is way too close. They're also super annoying to get. Okay, you can now equip universal camos to any weapon. The previous requirement was having to unlock the military camos. Yeah, that was so cheeks. I don't know why they did that. So that's a W change. Call of Duty Warzone camo challenge. Here we go. The Treyarch and Raven teams have monitored and reevaluated more difficult and frustrating Warzone challenges. You can expect Warzone camo challenges in Season 1 that are more reasonable to complete. W. I didn't even attempt the Warzone challenges. Automatic display of camos near completion. That's a W. And the last used weapon camo display feature. Big W's. Good quality of life change right there. Weapon prestige gives you 3 unique universal camos. Weekly challenge, we went through that. You'll get universal camos in seasonal events. And then redacted, reach classified to unlock the classified mastery camo. Ooh, a little hidden camo. Mastery badges, don't really care. We've seen that before. Combat record, yeah, just launch with the combat record, please. And then here's when the beta and stuff starts. So overall, there was some pretty W changes. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like the upgrade thing. I also like the camo changes they made. Let's watch the trailer one more time so we can actually take in what we're seeing. Let's see if we can spot anything new.
They know we're here. Go out.
Wall jump right there. That's pretty sick. It looks smooth too. Peacekeeper. I like that little graphic they show. See, there's that turret thing I was talking about. I think that's what that is. Okay, so that was just normal pistols. I don't think that was the dual-wield hand cannons. I thought that was the dual-wield hand cannons. Good boy. VTOL.
Enemy Rhino sighted.
Oh my God, that'd be bad.
Here's the overclock gear. Gunsmith.
Almost there.
Yo, this map's on the roof. That's sick.
Leads ours. Stay on task.
On the future, never on right now.
I'm honestly pretty excited for this game. Aside from the SBMM, I know that's going to completely ruin it as soon as I play. But overall, the gameplay looks pretty sick.
Legion on station. Weapons free. Legion inbound.
But that is going to do it for this video, guys. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.